Live, Sue-Ann.
We are now
finally.
Sorry, everyone that's been waiting to connect up, but apparently, Kermit, sometimes that internet thing doesn't always fly. So we're literally sizzling with SAS. So we would have been here 2 seconds ago, where we did flip one of the oven steaks. Ooh, it's a strip loin. So it's a boneless strip loin, and okay, I gotta watch the time. All right, I got a plan.
You always do.
So, Cara,
Yes.
let's go back over here. Let's start at the very beginning. So, welcome everyone. Okay, so I'm just thinking that, the weather right now in Niagara is absolutely stunning. It's gonna be stunning all next week, and so keep on barbecuing, keep on using the grill. But next Saturday, a week today actually, it starts to dip down to be like -8, -10 degrees at night. And we're not going to be wanting to run into the barbecue and doing all that stuff then, right? So let's think about doing some steaks at home, like inside. And plus, all the people live in condos and apartments, so you can't have a grill, right? So, yes, let's do it. So this is a strip loin. So I had this out of the fridge for about half an hour already. There's steak one. That's happening just for proof. So I took it out about half an hour ago, maybe a bit longer than that, just to bring it up to room temperature. And I always look for one that has some nice marbling within it as well. Mm-hmm. So because all that fat is going to take the flavor and just help dissipate that throughout the meat. And I always look for one just a nice little fat cap on the outside, because these hips come from jogging every day and eating all lean meat. So let's get serious.
Are your hips your own fat cap there, Sue-Ann?
That's good. We'll write that down. So I always like to put it on the paper towel too, just to take all the extra moisture away from it. But we're going to put a little bit of oil on it. So this is just EVOO.
Yeah.
And just put a nice little layer, because this will help dissipate the flavors as well, and help it from sticking in the pan. And I always like using a brush like this as opposed to a brush like this, because this for pastries is just butter, but this, when you're getting to meat, I think that's the way to go. And if it's good quality steak, it doesn't need to be marinated, it doesn't need all kind of different flavors. So it's just salt and pepper is all that it takes. I know there's a big debate out there about salt before or salt after when you're grilling meat. This girl here likes it beforehand, just because A, I want to put everything on there to start off with, and then B, because actually, babe, do you want to take that out? Actually, I think it's probably done. So, started by sous chef from London. Let me see. So that was being in probably 4 minutes on each side, and yeah, it's definitely is. Oh yeah, it's perfect.
It smells fantastic.
It does. Okay, so a little more salt. A little more pepper.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that's all it needs. I use some garlic powder on there, or onion powder, whatever floats your boat.
S&P, babe. Just S&P.
Yeah, good quality salt. Good pepper. Crack it right on, away you go. So now the cast iron is pan, which is local as well. Just bought this is from Violin Hardware.
Love that place.
Oh, I know. Anyone's local loves Violin. It's prerequisite. And so it's been on for a while now. So it's over 500 degrees inside the pan here. Hello, welcome. Thank you for wearing a mask. Here. You're live on Instagram. You're live on Saturday night. Okay, so in she's gonna go, and when I put it down, I always want to make sure to get the splattering as far away from me as possible. So now not only is my Rob, my sous chef, he's also the cameraman too. So thanks, Rob. Sure. So we're just gonna put it about 2 minutes aside, and then put that on the lathe. 2 minutes aside, just to get a good sear on it. So, as you know, Rob's taking this one out of the oven. I'm going to, and always do things with tongs. Don't do it with the great big meat knife, or the big meat knife, fork. Thank you, darling. Because that's just going to spear into the meat. You don't want to do that. Let's just put it over here rest. And I'm going to put a little piece of tin foil over that. See right there, don't move too far. We want to rest to get all those juices back into the meat. There's a little piece of tin foil over it just to have those sit. Okay, this is so easy. I'm out of breath, but it really isn't that hard. So I'm going to be trying to do 2 things at once. The internet's not sorting the way it should have. So anyway, always be sure when you're cooking to take your greasy fingers and run it through your hair as well. That is always very glamorous to do. So I think it's been about 2 minutes or so. When it's grilling up and looking really good, I think it'll ease itself up from the pan. So it will. Oh yeah, for that. It's not even sticking.
Have a great day.
Perfect. I'm gonna put it on a different part of the pan too, so that first one is going east-west. now I'm going to go north-south because the other parts of the can are really hot. And it would have been a little cooler underneath where it was, so I think turning it 90 degrees is a good idea at the searing. So, all right. So we're going to go from this just a little 2 minutes here just to sear up on that side. So try to find a ways of doing this all in the oven, and you absolutely can do it all in the oven. You can also do it all in the pan, like whatever floats your boat. There's no real rules here. And I think it kind of comes down to the size and thickness of the meat. This is about 1 inch thick, actually. So if it was any bigger than that, I'd want you to almost like cook it in the oven first, and then sear it on the stove.
Yeah.
So you can get that heat in the middle part of
The reverse sear, yeah.
the reverse sear, yeah. Or even, like, we're just starting playing around, Rob and I were doing sous videing meat. And so you get, in that case, we'll get a nice 2.5, 8-inch piece of steak, and throw it in the sous vide, and then just sear the heck out of it afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh, we did a strip loin roast like that for Christmas Eve. It was absolutely divine. So as I was sous videing, had the mustard and thyme and some garlic in with it then. So. Okay, so it's been about 2 minutes, so I'm going to move it now over to the oven. Okay. It's on broil already, so I'm going to put it about have it so it sits about 2.5, 3 inches down from the broiler. It's already on, hot, and at 100% as well. Yeah. You have that option on your oven, go big. So okay, here we go. Get the oven glow from Marlon Hardware's Fire. In it goes. And so we'll leave it there for about 4 minutes on one side, and then 4 on the other. Okay. That's so much quieter with that in there. It's actually, let me turn this down a little bit.
So let's talk wine, Sue-Ann.
Oh yeah, wine, yeah. So this is a new release, this is so exciting. This is the Mountain Bell Merlot. So 2018, so 2018 is a hot dry vintage. And what I kind of liked about 18 more than 2020, and it was billing 2020 to be the vintage of the century, and it absolutely was stunning and absolutely gorgeous. But what I liked about 18 better is that we had a little bit more precipitation. Mm-hmm. And so when I had the heat, the vines were not starved of water. And when you need water to be bringing all those different vitamins and nutrients from the soil up into the berries. And one of those important elements is nitrogen. And nitrogen is a critical element in the aroma precursors in the wines. If you don't have enough nitrogen, not only is the vine size diminished because it needs nitrogen for your green growth, but it also sometimes can pull down the flavors in the wine too. Really? Oh. Yeah, you learned it here first on Sizzlin. not just a hack cooking show. So this is actually Niagara Lake fruit. Finding Merlot out here on the bench is really tough because Merlot is the kid glove of the Bordeaux varietals. You have Cab Franc, Cab Sauv, Merlot, Petit Verdot, and Malbec as your big 5 Bordeaux reds. Cab Franc is the most cold tolerant, then Cab Sauv, and then Merlot. So it's really cold winters that we had, like from 13 to 14 to 14 to 15.
We lost a lot of Merlot.
Yeah. So a lot of it only comes from, there's a little bits over here in the 20-mile area or Niagara West, but over in Niagara Lake is where you'll find more Merlot now. So that's where this is from. So 2018, all in 100% French oak barrels, and it was, what I love about Merlot is when it's young like this, it's like a flower, and it's like this flower bud that's really super tight. And as it opens up, as it ages, as it develops in the barrel, it starts to open up and really show its stuff. So, okay, so I'm just gonna swirl that and sniff it, and let that open for a second. Yeah, we're gonna flip the steak. Wait a minute, unplug. Here we are. And the tongs. It's good. Oh yeah, look at that smoke. There's smoke. There's fire. No fire. See, and my oven is cleaning, so this would be a good thing to do today as well. We're going to clean it after today. That's brilliant. Okay, keep the sound in there.
Plan all comes together.
It is. He's still resting. We'll get to him in a second. So, okay, I got a plan. All right, score. So, all right. So let's have a little taste.
So with a relatively young wine like this, would you recommend decanting and letting it sit open for maybe an hour before serving? Mm-hmm. Just to let it kind of open up?
Absolutely would.
Yeah.
To help open up. But what's cool about Merlot is the mouth body and the texture and the mid palate that it has. It's why there's an argument saying that sometimes the best varietal wines are not varietal wines, they're actually blends. Yep. Because this one wasn't very aromatic and what didn't like jump out of the glass of me on the nose, on the palate, oh my god. Yeah. It's like I'm wilting. It's chocolate and voluptuous, it's silky, it's velvety. There's some beautiful red fruits there. There's some minty notes as well.
Yeah.
It's not a minty wine. Like I'm not saying this is green.
No. It's more like eucalyptus menthol kind of thing, but just like hints of it.
And that's the roundness on the palate that is already there on this wine. Well, the Cabernet Sauvignon, at this vintage and made the same way, would probably not have that. It would be all aroma and it'd be all finish, but nothing in the middle. It'd be hollow. We're talking about the hole in the middle that Cabernet Sauvignon has.
Oh.
So putting a little bit of Merlot in the Cabernet Sauvignon fills out that middle.
Yeah.
So you have all that middle right here. Why are we talking about all the middles?
It's the fat cap
It's the
episode.
fat cap. Who was the line someone said with Chardonnay the other day? That it's the, I can't remember. Tune back in for a Chardonnay. I have a squirrel moment there, so.
Elaine Peters wants to know your favorite sides with steak besides wine.
Oh, the favorite sides. Well, anything with blue cheese.
Yeah.
Whether it's the potato or just blue cheese itself or whatever. Anything with grilled onions with it too would be fantastic. Whether that's in the potato or onions itself.
Yeah.
I just love like Brussels sprouts, like something really like
Hearty.
green and rustic and hearty. Yeah. Like some and frites.
Frites.
Thank you.
Yes,
Fries.
absolutely.
Yeah.
With
We did
aioli.
some of the night in the oven and just covered them in all kinds of spice and in the oven they went real quick. So
Yeah,
no,
nothing
it's
better
perfect.
than good steak, good fries.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Elaine. For like they grow lots more Merlot than do here for that question. Okay. Let's turn this off. Okay, let's pull this out. Whee! And look at that. The stove is still on. That's why accidents happen on the farm. All right. All right. So I'm gonna. Oh, look at that. He's still steaming.
Oh wow.
So let's do this.
Okay, I'm gonna come around the other side.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. Oops. You know what? I'm gonna put him on a different board because I don't want to get in the way of what's going on here.
Yeah.
So we'll do that on the hot stove. We'll put this here just so he stops cooking because we're gonna nosh on that later. Oh, and I'll use this piece of tinfoil to cover him. Brilliant. Okay. So I'm just thinking about where we are right now in life and different ways of eating and drinking and I think we're doing a lot of sitting in front of the television, and I was thinking, well, how can we serve this in front of the TV? So one of the ways I thought of doing this is just kind of cutting on the side like this. So this is probably a little bit more cooked than I'd like it to be. There's a little bit of pink in the middle there. If it was me, I would have been off this a little bit earlier. So actually, okay, let's check that out. See, it is a little bit hard. And
Oh yeah.
what are
The finger.
rules?
Yep.
Yeah. So that's not it. That's probably it, right?
Yeah.
So rare, medium rare, well done, and well, don't talk to me. So actually, even this is like we're not friends.
Yeah.
So I know my brother's gonna be up here in 6 seconds. I got this feeling.
Oh yeah, he's watching.
Is he watching?
Yeah.
Drew, I know you're gonna be up here to eat.
He can
some of
smell
this.
it.
You can smell it?
Yeah.
And so thinking how we're gonna serve this at home right now with all our Netflixing and chilling and stuff like that. Would this not, let's take a little bit of fat off. Would this not be a great little snack in front of the TV? So it's just a cracker, some Philadelphia cream cheese, you get the hand sanitizer on the way, thank you, Cara. And then some meat like that.
Whoa.
Let's clean our fingers, thank you. And then just like a little dollop of horseradish on top because
it's good.
yeah, because it's good. I prefer to maybe do some blue cheese under there though, actually, or do some mustard.
Oh, Bistro Mirepoix is watching.
Yeah.
Hi, kids.
We miss you.
We ran out of Drew's horseradish he made.
Oh, we have horseradish that grows here on the farm. Drew's go with the name. My brother, Lula Have Mercy, which is her first and middle name. So anyway, and look at that. Ta-da!
Ta-da!
Ready to go. And then with
Beautiful.
Merlot, oh my gosh, how on earth could you possibly go wrong? Oh, that was a lot of work. For something as easy, searing a piece of meat on each side, throw it in the oven. So 2 minutes on either side of the oven, of the grill, on the stove.
Yep.
Under a hot broiler. Make sure your pan is hot though before you even start, or else it's
Yep.
going to take way too long. You'll dry it out too much.
And was it, sorry, I might have missed it, was it a dry pan?
Dry pan.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We put the
Good.
oil all around the meat.
Yeah.
And the salt and pepper. Then so 2 minutes per side on the stove, 4 minutes per side in the oven. For this size, depends on that's you see what we got.
Yeah.
So pull back on probably the time in the oven.
Yeah.
Based on what we got here. If you want a good sear on the outside. But I think one of the tricks is equal times on each side, or else it gets too cooked from one side and the other side, right?
Right.
Alrighty. And clearly you need some Merlot to go with it. The Mountain Bell Merlot, which is named after the mountain bell that my grandfather resurrected out of a field up north when he was hunting one year. Bought it from a guy, and it has adorned the entry of the farm ever since. So and we're charging $32.95 for this,
Yep.
right? Yeah. I just read the checks.
Sue Ann, you're in fun form.
Awesome, guys. Okay, we'll be back next week. New release, new wine, new cooking. Who knows what it's going to be? We'll see you next week for that, though. Cheers.